Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, November 7th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Monday, everyone. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Right now, a little higher off of the overnight and pre-market lows here, pushing higher ahead of tomorrow, Tuesday's elections here in the U.S., the midterm elections. Expecting the market to remain mostly range bound ahead of the elections here. Once the elections come and go on Tuesday night and into Wednesday, we may start to get some more directional conviction Wednesday and into the end of the week Thursday and Friday. Thursday we have CPI data, core CPI data, so we have inflation data coming out later on. Mostly FOMC members speaking throughout the week, low on economic data this week, but we do have core CPI data. That's going to be important. Michigan consumer sentiment and expectations later Friday. So again, we have the midterm elections here, which could influence price later in the week, but right now it could be mostly range bound early in the week ahead of that. Now, short term, above 38.16, the previous week's midpoint opens up the previous week's high, perhaps back toward 3900 or 3930. Keep an eye on 38.16. Any failure there could open up a rotation back within the 3-day range. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. Right here, the NQ holding at lows, a 3-day narrow range. You can see it's a 3-day narrow range also or the developing 3-day narrow range for the ES, but it was a little bit higher. This one is right on the lows, basically the lows of the year. Lows of the year right here, 10,484, very close to a 4-digit number here for the NQ. Overall, this thing's been lagging tremendously. We've seen a clean market structure down, and we could see another big rotation to the downside up ahead. This thing wants nothing to do with prices above 11.8, and any failure to get above 11.8 likely opens up another rotation down where we're dropping to the next level down. Keep in mind we have this key range that's in play. That key range forecasts a target back toward 9,200 right here. That's the 100% target. Right now we're sitting right at the 25% extension. A failure at 25 opens up a continuation down. So down the road we could be looking at a push toward the 100% target at 9,200. If we take a look here at crude oil, this one right now is fairly mixed here. You know, a little bit higher after the after hours open, but basically break even on the previous session. This is one that could actually rally here. We're starting to see a bit of a change here. We've had this line right here that's been developing across the highs and are starting to break. You had this line that was across the highs that this thing started to break. We also have a rounded behavior on this lower edge, and we're seeing some strength here, especially on Friday. A big push to the upside and approaching the key range high now near 94s. If price starts to push through 94 here, it starts to open up a bit more upside up ahead. We could be looking at a push back toward 100, 102, maybe a bit higher. So this could be a market here that could be due for some strength up ahead, especially if price can push through these 94s. Taking a look here at gold futures. Right now gold is mostly range bound after a huge Friday session. Look at that Friday range. A tremendous one-day move here to the upside and push this thing back above 1680. Remember, 1680 was the level we've been watching this entire time for a push above, and it kept rotating back off that level multiple times. Here on Thursday we got a triple bottom, a very rare triple bottom, but a triple bottom here as of right now at the 1620 level. That led to a massive squeeze here on Friday through the 1680 level. Now trying to hold on the early pullback here. Can price start to push through 1680? Above 1680 opens up the next resistance level above, top of the market structure at 1740. Lastly, taking a look at ETH futures real quickly here. ETH right now, this one's down a little bit here today, big gap down. This one had been moving higher here. This is going to be very interesting to see if this one can continue to push beyond 1700. Above 1700 here starts to open up the upper end of this range into 2000. This market really hasn't been able to do that since the middle of the summer. I mean, back here in early August was the last time it was able to push through 1700, and then it failed very quickly. So above 1700 opens up 2000 up ahead. It could trade right back down and trade here, but any failure at 1700 and we're rotating right back down. So this one has been hit with a bit of weakness here lately. We've got a little bit of a move up, but right into resistance, which has been a ceiling for price here lately. So above 1700 opens up a bit more. Failure to do so, and you're still trading between 14 and 17. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.